Hey, what's up guys? It's Marf and welcome back to another Asphalt video. Today I have some gameplay of Asphalt 8 Airborne running on macOS Catalina on my MacBook Pro, which is really cool, and it was a bit unexpected because after Asphalt 9 got ported to macOS, I figured they wouldn't do Asphalt 8 because it's kind of a dying game, but I guess there was enough of a demand, or Gameloft thought that they would have a nice audience on macOS, and it's also pretty easy to now port things from iOS to macOS, and so Gameloft did it. Now, the reason why I'm making a video is not only to showcase what it looks like on a MacBook Pro 16-inch and just what the capabilities are in terms of graphics and frames per second, which I'll get into later, but I also wanted to mention this because I did not see a bunch of announcements from Asphalt or Gameloft regarding this release, and I figured if any of you guys watching have a newer Mac or anything like that and are interested, that, I figured I would let you guys know in case you missed it, because like I said, they didn't really mention it. The only announcement of this release I saw was on Asphalt 8's Facebook page, which I really don't visit often. I forgot how I even saw this, if I'm being honest. But when I saw the announcement, I was like, oh, that's actually pretty darn cool, and so I downloaded it, and sure enough, of course, it works just fine. And I'll mention a couple of things with this release as well, but again, I just wanted to let you guys know because I did not see an announcement on Twitter or a trailer or anything on YouTube or anything like that, so I figured maybe some of you guys may have missed this announcement just in case you want to play Asphalt 8 on a Mac or anything like that. So in regards to a couple things I wanted to mention, it's just what this version is consisting of, I guess. It's kind of basically the same way that Asphalt 9 was released. However, Asphalt 8 released in a much better state, in my opinion, than Asphalt 9 did on macOS. But everything, in terms of your progress and, just your cars and all that sort of stuff, if you play on iOS, all that will be transferred to macOS as long as you log in properly. I think with Game Center it was that I logged in with, and it was fine. It just popped up on the screen, do you want to use your cloud save account? And I clicked yes, and bam, everything was fine. And so yeah, it is crossplay with iOS as well, so if you have someone playing on an iPhone, you will put in lobbies with people playing on Mac and vice versa and all that sort of stuff. Now the reason why this is happening is because there is a program from Apple called Catalyst, and it basically makes transmitting or transporting, I don't even know, porting, I guess is the right word for that, porting iOS apps and games to macOS. It makes that process a lot easier, and so more developers have been doing this, and Gameloft is one of them. Of course, we saw that with Asphalt 9, and now we're seeing it with Asphalt 8, which is really nice. So a couple things I do want to mention, like I said earlier, there is 60 FPS support, which is awesome. A lot of iOS devices don't have 60 FPS support for Asphalt 8, which is really weird considering it's a 7-year-old game, but I guess some people have been saying it has something to do with the older engine or the optimization or something. Whatever it was, it's now available on Mac, which is great because I think a lot of people are now treating Asphalt 8 as as more of a casual experience. So even if you're not playing with your control type of preference like I am, it's still a nice time because it is 60 FPS. As well as that, it does run, as far as I know, on the native resolution of your Mac computer. So my display is around 3K, so I think that's what the game is running at, which is really awesome. So it looks beautiful, and even to for a 2013 game, this game still looks awesome. You guys know the wonders that Gameloft does with graphics, so it still looks really good, and of course 60 FPS is just super fluid and nice. And yeah, so like I said, cross-play and cross-save, so all of your progress from iOS will be transferred to Mac. Like I said, you just have to log in correctly and all that sort of stuff. And of course, the events and updates are all synced properly as well. Now, one last thing I do want to mention is just that you need macOS 10.13 High Sierra or higher to run this. I'm on Catalina, so that's how I'm running it. And I'm not sure how much of a newer computer you need in order to run it properly or to enable 60 FPS support. But I am running on a MacBook Pro 16-inch with a Radeon 5500M and the i9 processor, and as you can see, the gameplay is fluid, it's smooth, and everything is working just fine. So just as a reference, if you if any of you guys have the MacBook Pro 16-inch, you guys should be able to run this just fine. And I assume newer computers from maybe 1 or 2 years ago or even 3 years ago should run this no problem, considering it's a mobile game and all that. But yeah, I just wanted to mention this just because, like I said, they didn't really make a huge announcement regarding this, and in case, anyone has Mac computers and wanted to run Asphalt 8 on a higher resolution or better FPS, then this is a great opportunity to do so. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys later.